Like if you focus on that, it's going to become so much easier to have so much more confidence when approaching women because you're confident in yourself. If you find it that like, let's say that you do find it hard to talk to women or whatever, one of the things to do is like, 'cause there are a lot of these fucking YouTube channels that are like, oh, how to have game, blah, blah, blah. I think more so, we talked about this a little bit in the episode about modern women, and guys were angry in the comments. All we literally said is just work on yourself, work on yourself. And by working on yourself, don't just mean like, build habits to get yourself in better shape. Read more, to learn more, so you can develop yourself. Read things and learn things about getting better at your job, business, whatever. Develop yourself more, and it will become easier. You will gain more confidence to be able to talk to women confidently. But if you're not doing that, right, and you're not really spending time on improving yourself, because literally everything in all of my feeds are improving myself, right? That is the thing that you, like, if you focus on that, it's going to become so much easier to have so much more confidence when approaching women because you're confident in yourself. Yeah, I know you're enjoying this episode, but I have a question for you. Are you still dieting off of broccoli, chicken, and rice, and maybe tilapia if you want to spice things up? Well, it's 2021. We're past that. That's why we've partnered with Piedmontese Beef. Now, Piedmontese is an amazing company that has cuts of beef that are really high fat or cuts of beef that are low fat. So if you are dieting on a low fat diet, you don't need to resort to the weak bird of chicken. You can instead eat some beef, eat some steak, and still end up getting the results you're looking for. So, Andrew, can you tell the people how to get it?
Yes, you guys got to head over to Piedmontese.com. That's Piedmontese.com. At checkout, enter promo code PowerProject for 25% off your entire order. And if your order is $150 or more, you get free 2-day shipping. Links to them down in the description, as well as the podcast show notes. Let's get back to the podcast.
When it comes to your fitness, when it comes to your mind, when it comes to the things that you do, right? But a lot of guys do say like they don't feel as confident because they're spending a lot of their time, or a majority of their time, kind of focusing on some fake virtual woman. You know what I mean? So it's, again, quitting that and building better habits, because you can't just, it's not just easy to quit. You have, like, I was trying to quit for 6 years, I'd stop for maybe 30 days and I'd relapse and it'd happen again. I'd be like, fuck. And I'd stop again for like, maybe I'd go on a 90-day streak. And then, but because I didn't have strong habits and set that was deterring me away from that, when I'd be again bored or tired or, just lonely or whatever, I'd turn to that. Right. So it's like, you need to develop yourself more so you can get out of that and maybe find someone who's interested in you and you're interested in them.
Yeah, if you're developed, then you'll be attractive. You'll be attractive to somebody. The odds of you being able to get a girl will increase if you know how to play music, if you know a second language, if you are a material expert at anything, really. I mean, look at the amount of pussy that that people in bands get, musicians and stuff, right? I mean, it's ridiculous. So. And those are people that honed in a skill. Those are people that worked on themselves, and then they're able to have that talent, and it shows some sort of resilience. It shows some sort of ability to stick to something, to make some sort of commitment. And I think those are things that are usually pretty attractive to people. One thing I think is really important to understand is that you can't make someone like you.
Oh, no.
So I think that is probably that's probably an easy place for people to go, easy way for someone to think when they're thinking about having like a girlfriend or a boyfriend. They're thinking like, I'm going to make this person laugh, or I'm going to take this person to a nice dinner, or I'm going to show this person a really good time. And those are all things that you can do. But they're not going to really enjoy the time unless they really enjoy you. They have to just like you kind of naturally. Mm-hmm. And there is sometimes it takes a little while to get to know somebody. So it might not be right off the bat how super obvious something is. But I would say the two major things I think are important are you can't make somebody like you. And you probably shouldn't mess around with dating somebody unless you're pretty serious about them. Like, just don't even like, because once you get locked into like the dating thing, then you're in there for a while. And I think that a lot of times ends up holding on for too long.
Mm-hmm.
And so continuing to tell somebody that you're not a couple, I think is a good idea, because that other person will eventually say, well, that's not what I'm looking for. And then, like that you're not necessarily looking for a commitment. But I think a lot of times the reason why I'm bringing this up is people are kind of forcing themselves into situations that they really don't like. And then they're perpetually fantasizing about it. And this is not just men. I know that on the show today, we're talking about our own perviness, but there's fantasies going on both sides. There's actually an old comic that I remember seeing, and it's got a man and woman in bed, and they both kind of have their hands like kind of on their head, like they're kind of stressed. And there's a thought bubble over both of them, and it says, "What's the matter? You couldn't think of anybody else either?" And those kind of things happen when you're not in the correct spot, So this is it's hugely important to your future that you don't try to make somebody like you. Don't force that shit, and take your time. Take your time with getting into some sort of relationship.
Yeah. And this is the whole dating thing is interesting too, because I've been single this whole year, right? And I literally have told myself I'm just not going to be in a relationship for a while, because I spent 4 years in one, right? So the thing is like, as a guy, I mean, some guys are looking for a relationship, which is good, but I'm very open with whoever I'm with or talking to, that right now I'm not getting into a relationship. Just not going to. I'm just gonna staying single for a while, and it's necessary to be open about that. Because I think there was a time that I kind of let myself fall into a relationship. Right, that was my fault. I let that happen, but you got to be sure. You got to be fairly sure before you get into one of those or get into a monogamous relationship. You got to be very certain about that. And that's a whole nother topic in itself. But yeah, take your time. Okay. Because there's billions of men on this planet. There's billions of women on this planet. I'm not saying you shouldn't commit to somebody or whatever, because everybody has their different ideas on commitment, especially now, the whole red pill community thing. But don't have a scarcity mindset about that. That person that you really like is not the only person out there. There are many others.
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel, because we continue to bring you peak content on this channel. Obviously, you guys are here. You guys watched the whole video. So like, comment, subscribe. All right? See you later.